Hello, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a beautiful, fantastic, and productive, amazing day. And I'm so excited for this video because we're going to talk about some really interesting, fun, unusual things. And hopefully along the way I will inspire you. And I do hope that you have time to spread joy to somebody else's life. And I hope you have time to create joy for yourself today. And always be optimistic. Look for the good in people, in circumstances, and in a future state in the future. Look for the good. Hope and pray and love and be filled with joy. I want to talk about the zodiacs and horoscopes and all that. People, we like our shortcuts for sure. And there's nothing that we don't like a shortcut for. In our culture, we have really wanted to either create this shortcut for feeling like we know someone, shortcuts for happiness. And there's actually a movie called Shortcut to Happiness. It's a good movie. It's from the 90s. And we want shortcuts for being rich, for being petite, for being buff, for being rich, for being famous, for being in love, or feeling like we're in love, or in that nonsense, feeling like we have a good social circle. But right now, this particular video is about shortcuts for feeling like you know somebody's character, for feeling like you know what a person has done in the past and what you think they might do in the future, when you don't know them at all because you just met them 5 minutes ago on Tinder or Instagram or Snapchat. That is what this video is about. It's about zodiacs. It's about putting people into these little petite little easy to compress boxes because you don't want to spend enough time to get to know them. Yeah, because getting to know people takes time, and time is something we just don't want to pay anymore. But there is no shortcut to getting to know someone, but you can fully and efficiently utilize the time that you have with them to get an informed view of who they might be and who they might become. But it requires paying attention to what they say and do, and what they don't say and what they don't do, and what makes them motivated. What motivates a person? Horoscopes are awful because they put people into these 12 categories, and they're not Christian based. They're not. So they're based off of something else. And what do you think that something else is? And why do you think horoscopes have so many negative attributes listed for people? So many negative ones, but so few positive ones. Why do you think that is? And there's something about horoscopes that make you feel like it is what it is. It is what it is. And with that thought process, it takes away our God-given free will. And it basically contradicts like the whole Bible. zodiacs are a spiral towards all kinds of other things that are not based off of faith or religion, Jesus Christ, God, the Holy Trinity. It's just a gateway because it seems harmless at the surface level. It seems fun. It seems like something not to take serious, something to entertain yourself with, la-di-da, whatever. But what it leads to is just an excuse to explore other things that contradict a Christian faith. And also, zodiacs, they're just kind of obnoxious. It's obnoxious, and it's comical. Where does it start? So, zodiacs, like, one thing with zodiacs, you can do this supposed compatibility with other zodiac signs, and this, I perceive it as the gateway, because so many people are looking for matches and they want a shortcut, so they go to these different things to see compatibility for personality, but it's just nonsense. And it's just another way to lump people together. So that is what I'm saying about these stupid zodiacs, and it's just another way for the enemy to manipulate us. What better way to manipulate somebody than to come off as if it's harmless, but then it leads to all sorts of other chaos in your life. So yeah. So I challenge you to get to know somebody, to learn something about them, to appreciate something about some stranger. How about this? Did he see if you made it home safely? Because that doesn't cost a thing. When he looks at you, does he really look at you? If it was pertaining to anything but compatibility, people would laugh so more frequently when it came to horoscopes and all that. It's just like, we want to find whatever it is that comforts us, even if we know it's a little irrational. And sometimes you just need to just be with yourself. La 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 la. Surprise, surprise, there's so much you'll find when you're finally with yourself. And what you find within yourself will help other people. Yeah, it will be uncomfortable, but sometimes that's how it is when you get a new pair of shoes. But once you break it in, then you'll find that you can walk, you'll find that you can run, and then you'll find that you can dance. When you dare to try something else on. So I challenge you just to find out what's important. Find out what's important to someone. Find out what makes them laugh. Find out what concerns them. Just find something. Find out an accomplishment that they made that they are proud of. And if that person shares with you those things, you'll be able to tell. You can tell if you're compatible with somebody. Now, don't get it twisted. Being compatible with somebody and having the ability to fall in love with them and live happily ever after are different things. But being compatible with someone can lead to a mutual respect and understanding and appreciation, and those things that you take from that will translate and eventually will aid you when you do actually progress and find someone to love. You can recognize that. So dating isn't always about all the roses and the kisses and the chocolates. Sometimes it's just about appreciating a person for who they are, and that's it. Yeah. And you just journey along the way and you meet people. Sometimes you can get closer to someone just by praying with them. Even if it's not like about you or about them, just like praying together. Like, I think that's so beautiful. And people think that their prayers have to be so fancy and ornate and all long prayers. I don't believe in long prayers, especially when it comes to before a meal, because when it's time to eat, it's time to eat, and like 15-minute prayers. I do believe God hears us, and He hears our heart and not just our words and how long we talk. He hears our intent and He hears our heart, okay? So anyway, I pray multiple times a day. I pray for wisdom. I pray for other people too. I pray that people are patient with me. And I just pray all the time. I pray. And if I'm buying a new dress, guess what? I'm praying about it before I buy it. Yes, I pray. I pray about dresses. I pray about the color lipstick I buy. Yeah, I pray about all of it, because the one who created me knows what is going to be most flattering on me. Yeah, God is my personal stylist. He helps me. To the guys, to the girls, don't ask about the horoscopes. The guys don't like it. They think it's funny, but not in a good way, like in a way that makes them, yeah. The horoscopes are just this weird design to make you feel like you're taking a shortcut to happiness. There is no shortcut to lasting happiness. Okay, so back to the horoscopes. So they're so awkward because when you ask somebody what is your sign, you are assuming that they engage and participate in the same thing you engage and participate in. And that they have by that assumption, you're also assuming they have a prior knowledge and recollection of the meanings and the associations with the signs and all that jazz. And it's so awkward for them. Anytime you assume, it's awkward. And especially when it comes to horoscopes, because they go against so many religious beliefs. And even with religion aside, they're just so awkward and complex. And it just takes away the individuality of every distinct person. Okay, girls, so what I want to tell you is a secret. And the secret is that you have more of an influence over men than what you realize. And no, I'm not talking about sex appeal or like any sort of sexual manipulation, but something else. Something that has a more real, authentic, and lasting effect is kindness. A woman's kindness will set her apart. And I'm not saying like sacrificing yourself. I'm just saying. And sometimes, I know. But entertain this thought. Sometimes a man just wants a woman to listen, even if there is no possibility of any sexual anything. They just want a woman to listen. Because the patience and the kindness of a woman does not compare to anything. And I mean, except for God, His grace, His mercy, and His understanding. And so, yes. Be kind to men, even the ones that are not trying to ask you out on a date, because the kindness that you show him, he will pass on in his interaction with the next woman. You want to pay it forward for the next woman on her behalf. In my life, I've talked to so many gentlemen, and they all are so different, and I can always tell right away, when a man has been hurt by a woman for whatever reason it may be. And sometimes, I mean, like, we're all human, and it's rare that one person is at fault, but like, the point of me saying that, the point is that women, we have more of an impact than what we think we have. I just want to really make that known. And men are more sensitive than what they are going to tell you. They're not going to tell you. It's a secret. Be patient, be kind, be hopeful, be optimistic, be brave, be patient, be kind, be understanding, and just really be slow to react and quick to listen. Those are words of wisdom. And just forgive yourself. And forgive other people. Oh, and another thing. When men yell, most of the time, like, a man yelling is sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes it's the equivalent of women crying. Men, just, when they're upset, they express themselves differently. Men get emotional too, y'all. Okay? They got emotions. Surprise. So hopefully in my next video I can stop talking about relationships, even though I do know it and I believe in my heart and my soul that this is going to help somebody today and tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. But yeah, I appreciate and I respect and I think relationships are beautiful. I just want, I like other topics also. So, closing thoughts about dating. Have fun. Don't take it serious. Don't do anything serious with somebody that's not serious about you. And you know if somebody is serious about you, for sure. And if you don't know, just take a step back and see what they do. Or you can be direct. Being direct is cool. Being direct is the best way to be in life. It really is. Yeah. If you are in a place where you can handle a direct answer, I adore you. You are smart. You are wonderful. You are ambitious. You have a world of possibilities within you. People love you. You have beautiful, amazing adventures awaiting you. This is for my men and my women, okay? Everything is before you. Everything. And I'm excited for you. And every single day is an opportunity to change your whole life. You are going to have the most amazing, memorable, fantastic summer ever. Earlier in this video, I said that there's no shortcut to happiness, but I didn't explain it. The reason why there's no shortcut to happiness is because the roadmap to your happiness is within your own heart. And so you have to know yourself, and you have to know who designed you before you can get to happiness. The only shortcut to happiness is changing your heart and changing your mind, and you do that with faith. But a lot of people don't use faith. But that's the way you change it. Faith, hope, and prayer. So I leave you with this question. What could you change your heart and your mind about that would make your life easier? What is that one thing you're like, well, what if I could just think differently about this thing, then I could get through my day a little bit easier. What is that thing? What is that? I pray and I hope that this video helps someone. Before I film these videos, I really do contemplate on what will help people. And so that's why I haven't filmed a makeup video in a while, because God knows there's so many of those. So have a nice day. Thank you so much. I hope you have a beautiful day. Thank you. Bye.